Welcome to Poorly Explained.
Stay a while and listen.
Yeah, go ahead. I got the audio rolling. I'll give it a clap once we're going. Alright. We in this shit?
We in this.
Are
Are
we
you
already
high right
fucking
now?
up?
Are you ever get nervous?
Losing the mic. Huh?
I'm quoting a song.
Yeah, boy.
Dude, we're here.
Sunday night. Oh, wow.
Just got off of fucking work. I
Yeah.
didn't have any other clothes
You
prepared.
had fun?
Oh, dude.
Working all day on a fucking Sunday?
Honestly, I didn't want to even do the pod. I wanted to stay there and just keep fronting, dude. Make the store look nice.
Don't lie. The pod is life. Let me fix these fucking cords.
Yeah, I was a little wired up because, like usual, I gotta clean up after all these fuckers, you know.
Yeah, a bunch of animals.
I'm just perfect over there, dude.
Yeah.
I'm the solution. Once I leave, dude, it's a problem. Oh shit.
What's up, dude? It's been 5 days since we hung out.
Yeah. Can't hang out with you because then, you know, gotta save it for the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch the next episodes. I mean, well, this will be afterwards.
Yeah.
But,
So if you're watching this in the future, today is the day that I just posted the video with my granny. That was a fucking banger
yeah, I need to
of a
watch that
fucking
shit.
pod. Yeah.
How'd that go, dude?
Dude, it was a lot better than I expected it because
Yeah, I remember you were like,
it's she has problem with her memory. She's 83 years old. So to expect somebody to look back, do you remember what your life was like 60 fucking years ago? Probably not.
I do.
But she did great. I'm gonna end up going back over there and getting more details with her and stuff.
I watched like a minute of it because I don't know, I just wanted to like it and, you know, whatever, and see it and just whatever. I didn't have time to watch it, but it was funny. It was like, I've known you my whole life, you know? Like,
Well, that's
but it's true, but it's also like it's funny, you know?
I've conversated with my dad about the same stuff of like I've known him my entire life,
Right.
But I don't know what the fuck he was up to.
Yeah.
Whenever you're a kid, you're worried about yourself. That's what
Yeah.
you're trying to
It's
do.
always good to get into the juicy stories of like, what were you doing when you were a fucking kid?
Yeah, there was
you
a
know?
couple things from that little interview that was very funny to me. And it was, I went in worried about like how she would do on a microphone and stuff.
Yeah.
I turned everything on, I got everything going, and she just kicks off before I even sat down to
Yeah.
start it. She was like, "I'm Shrella."
Yeah.
She just started going. I was like, "Damn,
Yeah.
she's been waiting for this moment for 83 years." She was born and like microphones were like a year old.
Yeah.
And now
Right.
she's 83 and she's like, "Finally, it's my turn."
I feel like it's also like you I didn't watch it all again, but you like introduce it as you're talking to an audience, so it's like, you know, if someone's new to it, it's like I would approach it as in not even, I don't know,
Yeah.
try not even to acknowledge that this is like recorded and
Yeah.
audience and
Well, I kind of didn't. I kind of just kind of let her flow.
Yeah.
And the second funny thing was,
Yeah,
we took a break, like a quick bathroom break. I had to go pee.
Yeah.
Whenever we got back, before I like even sat down and started recording anything, she just started talking. And I wasn't gonna tell her like hold on or wait, I'm like be respectful.
Wait.
So I just started. So like the second half of the fucking pod, it was just like it just starts off with her mid sentence and then the camera kicks on and
Yeah. I kind of like when the I don't no, you didn't release that yet. Wait, did you? Yeah, it's Wink Condoms. That episode, I like that it just started with. I think that's how it was.
Yeah, you were just
I was already
mid
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was about the Glorilla email. Go Glorilla. Hey, wait, I wanna mention something. Whenever I was talking about I'm sure people found it funny, but you didn't catch it. I'm surprised you didn't make fun of me for it. But I realized after, I was like, you fucking dumbass. I said,
Gorilla.
I was like, I don't even know how I worded it. I was like, I'm not stupid enough to realize that I was being stupid. And I was like, what? It was something like that. And I was like,
I thought but I'm used to you talking like
yeah.
that.
I just blew past it too late. I was like, oh man, what the hell?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
No,
good.
that episode, hopefully people watch that one because that one was actually funny.
Yeah.
They just started storming. Dude,
Yeah.
whenever I was getting
It was hilarious.
whenever I was getting all the shit set up
Whenever
in
it
here, like
started raining.
right before you got here, dude, I was like, this is perfect. It's a Sunday night. It's like 8 o'clock. Perfect time to record.
Yeah.
Nobody's up. Everything. Dude,
Right.
the fucking neighbors were cutting grass
Oh man.
in here, and it sounded like their lawnmower was in the room with
Oh,
me.
man.
It was wild. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
I'm not fucking
You need
with
me
the
to-
audio, but I just didn't want my arm to, I don't know,
Put a
bump it
little
or
slack
something.
on there. How's that?
Yeah, dude, I
You good?
appreciate
That's
it.
better for you,
I
buddy.
love some slack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I be slacking at work nowadays.
Yeah. Well, your fucking channel's growing,
Yeah,
boy.
dude. It's-
7 subscribers
it's
as
so-
of today. Who knows? By the time this comes out, we could be at 500. You know,
That'd
something.
be pretty
But-
crazy.
Yeah. And we're past
And we're not
60
even-
total views.
I really we'll get there eventually. Well, like of course with the videos that's ideal. I'm not gonna post audio shorts, but like
Yeah.
you didn't make like a TikTok or nothing yet, right?
No, I
Okay.
haven't.
Well, we need to like whenever whoever
have to
makes
see-
it, we'll share the login information and all that. That way,
I'll give you my stuff for CapCut.
yeah,
That way you can jump in and do it too.
yeah.
Cause I already
I got a hard drive, so I could save shit. I got memory.
Yeah, I have no memory on my laptop. It's
Yeah.
all going onto
We
a
record,
one jump drive
and then
with
we
the
delete
podcast. Yeah.
all of it. It's only on YouTube. We can't access it.
Conley and Collins not digitally safe fucking podcast.
Yeah.
If our shit gets taken off of YouTube, we're fucked.
Yeah, it's gone, dude.
It's gone forever.
Damn, that's not good.
No, I have the podcast still on the jump drive. It's just
Yeah.
once I finish stuff on CapCut, I delete it off of
Yeah.
CapCut. But I can go back on there and just bring it back from the hard drive to CapCut.
Yeah.
So it's not. It's
I was
not
hoping.
really that bad.
I was telling Drew, I was like, man, you need to watch that episode because they watched the first one that I was like, man, I don't really want you to watch it. You know?
Yeah. Well, the first one that we got the video right on, I have it uploaded. It's just not. I just set it to publish later
Yeah.
because we don't need to drop videos every fucking day.
Yeah.
I'm just slowly trickling it out.
I want you to,
And
but
then we
that's only
have-
because I want to watch it.
But before that even comes out, it'll probably be like Tuesday or something. I have like the final of the audio onlys going up,
yeah,
and so
yeah. Sorry about that.
yeah, we got it all figured out.
Well,
We tried all kind of fancy solutions.
there's like
Turns
a
out the
se-
iPhone is what.
Yeah, it's a 7 gigabyte video. It comes with a free game of Call of Duty or GTA 6. It's a pre-order included if you watch it on
I was trying to
Patreon.
get it from my iPhone onto the computer, and both of them were getting hot, just trying to do it, and then it would
Yeah.
fail.
I figured I was
So-
pissing you off too because I knew you were mad trying to figure it out, and I'm just like, did you try all the stuff that you already tried?
Dude, I downloaded a fucking app and
Yeah.
tried to download it through the Wi-Fi to
So
my computer,
silly.
and it didn't even work. It was just dog shit. But here we are, dude. You been keeping up with anything interesting?
I didn't look into the. I didn't look. Well, I've heard a little bit about the beef with the Elon and Trump.
Oh yeah.
I've also.
It
Some of
looks
the,
like they might be squashing it, dude.
some of the things. It'd be so funny, like if it's just a prank. It's all just to like.
There's no way it's not. They're
They
both.
they just wanted the stock market to dip to buy one more time, dude.
It's so crazy to see.
I
It's
bought
like
that dip by
the
the
most
way.
powerful man on earth and the richest man on earth
Yeah.
are still just like two retarded guys.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, they started like calling each other out like
Yeah.
on dumb shit like
Yeah.
you were with Epstein and
Yeah.
see, I don't know how much of this is true, but it was like calling him out
Well,
on,
Rogan had the fucking the FBI director on, and the FBI director was like, "Yeah, that's total bogus." And since then, I think
Yeah.
Elon's deleted the fucking tweet.
yeah, and then he
But
was
then
like,
Trump was
like, you're on ketamine, bitch.
Yeah.
And
Trump was saying that Elon's mad because they're getting rid of a lot of subsidies with the new big beautiful bill, and that one of them was the EV subsidies, which is a major part of Tesla.
yeah.
And then also we got another dude trying to throw rocks at our fucking president. There's this guy named Zelensky. I don't know if you heard of him. He seems like
Yeah.
a real prick, dude. He
I don't
was
know. I don't know who he is.
he was bitching to like ABC or somebody that there was like 20,000 like missiles that was supposed to go to him to like knock other missiles out of the air from
Yeah.
the Russians.
Oh, that's the
That's the
Ukraine guy?
Ukrainian president.
Yeah.
We were gonna send it. He wanted us to send him 20,000 like anti-missile missiles,
Yeah.
but we didn't. We sent him to the Middle East,
Yeah.
and like it was like some report. It was like a reporter. You know how the fucking fake news is.
Yeah.
They were like it was like a scathing thing of like they really need this and stuff, and then you find out he just went to like a U.S. Air Force base.
Yeah.
It's like, well, yeah, we sent it to our guys first.
Right.
Like, we
Yeah.
just, like
You know, protect us
fucking
too.
crazy.
Bro.
Yeah, we're not. You can't have everything, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're doing, but hopefully they're doing all right. Shout out to Ukraine.
Yeah.
Hopefully they win. I'm not too sure how they're gonna do. It's still
I don't even
going.
know who they're fighting anymore.
The Russians, dude. The Ruskies. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, that's true. That's
It's
still-
been happening for 3 fucking years.
Yeah.
Man.
They should just solve all their
I
problems.
remember.
Say
I remember
sorry, you know?
where I was when the war kicked off. There was like a big build up to it.
Is it a war though?
Yeah, it's like the biggest war in the world right now. It's like two like nation states fighting.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's not a big deal.
oh yeah, you didn't come with us. We were in Colorado. We were
Yeah.
up on a fucking
I didn't even get invited.
yeah.
No, I did.
That was probably
I think I did.
yeah. That was probably by me.
I don't remember. I don't know. I don't even remember how that played out. I don't know what I was doing at that. What year
Yeah.
was that?
2022. We were at like a
Oh,
fucking
that's when I was getting robbed
Airbnb.
by that guy at my apartment, dude.
Oh,
I was
nice.
busy.
Yeah, you were busy defending the homeland.
Yeah, I was defending my turf, dude.
Yeah. Well, I remember it was like a big build up, and there was a bunch of people. Some people were like, "No, I don't think the Russians are gonna do it." Some people were like, "Yeah, they might." And then while we were, I kind of follow shit. And while we were on vacation, I remember waking up one morning in Colorado, and like eating an edible and being like, "Oh shit, the Russians are invading Ukraine."
Damn, that's when that started.
Yeah.
Man, that's a long
Yeah,
time.
it was in 22. It was fucking
Why did they
wild.
take so long?
February.
Why did they take so long to like do things?
The Russians were expecting to knock them out within a few weeks.
To me,
but
it's like if you're going to war, like I think not to relate to video games or something, but like when I think of war, it's like if we're going to war on a game that's like kind of battle war type of shit, it's like in a couple weeks.
well, it turns out whenever you don't have the option to respawn, people are a little bit more cautious.
I guess, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, the Russians wanted to take them out pretty quick. They thought they would do it pretty fast, but they
Yeah.
didn't.
Giving them some trouble.
Yeah. With all those U.S. dollars defending it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's pretty cool though. Like we have, well, I don't know what your granny's video is up to, but like it's pretty tight that we're up to like 60 views. You know?
Yeah. It's a lot better than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
The podcast
Yeah.
is a better quality than I expected it to be. I thought we
Yeah.
would just be in front of the mic just like, I don't know what to talk
God.
about. Yeah. But here we are, dude.
You got any topics?
Yeah. No, we ended up flowing pretty good, and I think the idea to do I was supposed to interview my dad yesterday,
Yeah.
but I was being a gay bitch
You
for
wanna-
a few days
Yeah,
there.
dude. You want to talk about that topic?
We'll get there, but I just
Okay.
I told him we were just gonna wait, and he was all for it. He was like, "Dude, I'll come back in 2 weeks and we'll
Yeah.
fucking rip it." He was actually glad because they had the kids. The boys went sleep over at their house Friday.
Yeah.
So they're fucking almost 70 years old. They were wiped, dude.
Yeah.
So
So you felt hell yeah, dude.
yeah, boy.
So you felt like me. You finally related to.
No, dude. All right, I guess we'll get into it then. I don't know what it is, but every now and then,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's once a month. It might be once every 2 months or once
Yeah.
every 6 weeks or whenever. But I get into a phase where I just turn into just like the saddest fucking loser
Yeah.
in the world. It's like I get into my own head and I'm like, dude, you're worth nothing. And I just get fucking depressed.
Yeah.
I get fucking depressed and sad for like a few days. I can tell it's happening to
Yeah.
me. I start being a bit. And the sad part is, not the sad part, the worst part is that my only negative emotion that I can actually show
Yeah.
feels like it's anger. So I've been like angry at Paige. I've
It's
been
way
short with
quicker
the
to
kids
get
and stuff.
angry
It's
than
like,
sad.
yeah. And, I feel bad. I can tell that I'm doing it to
Yeah.
myself and others, and I hate it. But it fucking happens. I'm a
Yeah.
human, turns out.
Do you just like blow past it, or do you be like, "I'm sorry, I was acting like a little bitch"?
Oh, I apologized to my mom today or
Yeah.
last night, because I don't get to spend a ton of time with my fucking parents.
Yeah.
I want them to, whenever they see me, to have fun and
Right.
enjoy it. But they were like,
You
"Yo,
can't
what's
always,
wrong
yeah,
with
you?
you?"
Can't always perform.
Yeah.
It's
So I apologized to her.
It's
I
natural,
apologized
dude.
to Paige.
yeah.
I was just sweet to the kids
You
today.
didn't say sorry to me, but
You don't. I say it to people who deserve it.
you did.
Don't.
You didn't even do it. Yeah, I didn't talk to you then, so.
No, I kind of let you. I'll let you in on it
yeah.
too.
Yeah, you call me gay,
Well,
dude.
what's fun? You sent me a very homophobic.
That wasn't, dude.
Not
It was
homophobic,
real.
I'm
You know you
homophobic.
felt it,
Yeah. No, I was even on the phone with my boy Devin.
and I know you know those things.
And we've had the conversation before.
Yeah.
He was like, dude, because I think one time he was going through it.
Yeah.
And I told him like, hey, this happens to me often, and I just call it my little man period, dude. Where and then this is a serious thing. I think.
I feel like we're way better at regulating. So whenever eventually you gotta like you do so good for so long, you gotta have a little.
I think what it is like men are fueled by testosterone.
Yeah.
and it keeps going. But
You
I
just
think
shovel
what
everything
happens
down.
is you spend testosterone as your body produces it.
Yeah.
And I think there just comes a point where it just like you've spent all of it and you
Yeah.
got to build it back up for a
Yeah.
couple
You
days
gotta
where
hit
you
it.
just
You gotta hit E for once.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
just and there's nothing to be fucking sad about.
Yeah.
Like I don't even have a job.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. I mean, you do, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's my job. I can do
Yeah.
it. I do it.
Yeah.
So like I don't
Right.
have shit to really complain about. You know, we
Feel
go
you,
through
though.
shit, and the thing is, it's like what I end up focusing on all my problems and what I'm going through in life.
Yeah.
But then once I'm out of it, I realize like, dude, I'm dealing with these things every single day.
Yeah. Eventually, you just
24/7 I'm dealing with
these.
these things and I have a good outlook. It's just sometimes it might end up being 12 days a year or 20 days a year
Right.
that I'm just fucking
I've been going through it a little more frequently, but I've been doing good with getting out of it.
yeah.
But it's
But every guy that I've talked to says that they do the same, that the
Yeah.
same shit fucking happens to them.
right.
So I'm not sitting here acting like I'm special or I need help or it's like anything crazy. It's just fucking life, dude.
You know what I think?
know?
You know, sometimes it like it's not always the case, but I feel like sometimes how it kickstarts for me is I have too much fun one weekend with my friends or you or something,
Yeah.
and like
I think
I relate it to like you. I feel like we're more balanced because it's not so much dopamine coming. It's not like we have all these
Yeah.
things, but like I'll go to Drew's or something and we're like playing games, we're drinking, we're having a good time. Not overly drinking, but we're drinking. You know, it's
Yeah.
a bunch of dopamine.
I think
getting
Huberman
in.
talked about that.
And then the next day, like I go to like I'm off, and then I go to like this fucking PetSmart, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what am I need to get the fuck out of here.
You know who Andrew Huberman is?
Yeah.
He was on Theo's podcast,
like that guy,
Theo
yeah.
Vaughn's podcast a couple weeks ago, and he explained that it's what happens with dopamine
Yeah.
in your brain. So apparently, like dopamine isn't the feel good hormone; that's serotonin.
Yeah.
Dopamine, it goes into your brain. That boy, this is poorly explained. This
Yeah.
is good. It's like the thing that makes you want to do something. It gives you it makes you want to put effort into
It's like
something.
a motivation kind of.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
whenever you have a buildup of dopamine, like whenever you're hanging out with your buddies and you're excited and you want to
Yeah.
do a bunch of shit,
Yeah.
you spend a lot of your dopamine so that the next day it's almost like a dopamine
Yeah,
hangover where you ain't got
Yep.
it. Like if you get back from a fucking vacation and you're
Yes.
just fucking bummed and you're
Yeah,
just like, oh,
dude.
fuck.
I had when I went on that cruise and I got back, dude. That's when
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hang out with Drew for like 2 months. We talked about that in person, whatever. But it was also a bunch of other things I was doing, and the reason why like I wasn't hanging out. But like I didn't hang out with them. I hang out with them like every week at least, you know.
Yeah.
And almost. And when I got back from vacation, it was like went back to the bullshit that I've already been trying to get out of, and then grind. I don't know. I got big goals, so I put a lot
Oh,
of pressure
dude.
on myself. And,
I thought about you the other day.
oh yeah.
Whenever I did the fucking interview with my granny, I thought about it in the episode Wink Condoms. Whenever you were like, we weren't being good slaves for PetSmart
Dude,
and
yeah.
stuff, and I was like, you're not a fucking slave. My granny hit
High
me.
paid slave.
My
dude.
granny opened the podcast explaining to me that her and her family were sharecroppers.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, that's literally like a legalized form of slavery.
Yeah. It's the same thing, dude. I'm at PetSmart.
And she
dude.
never conflated it to it. She
Yeah.
was just like, nope, things were good. My fucking mom took fucking the sacks that the flour came in and sewed our fucking underwear out of that.
Dude, what?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was literally something she told me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they didn't go to the mall for their clothes like some fucking plugs who think they're
Yeah.
slaves at fucking retail stores do. No, they sewed their shit out of fucking burlap sacks.
Hell yeah.
That
sucks.
it's pretty sick, dude. I
Uh,
was talking to my friend Nick last night, and it was like, man, like, for how much those fucking people didn't have, it seems like they had something that we didn't.
yeah.
Like, I don't know what, like, just no car. They lived in the middle of nowhere. Vidrine in 2025 is a tiny-ass town.
Yeah.
They lived on the outskirts in the country of that
Yeah.
80 fucking years ago.
Right.
There's nobody.
Yeah.
There was just
shit.
them on a farm.
Yeah.
Imagine how fucking mad her dad was whenever he had nothing but girls. He was hoping to have like some boys that could like fucking pick fucking cotton for him.
Yeah.
It was just a bunch of girls.
Yeah.
God, he must have been furious, dude. Shout out Harvey Vidrine, my great grandfather.
Yeah, that's how PetSmart is, dude. I'm the only guy there right now. There's only one other guy that can pick up heavy shit and his fucking back's all fucked up.
Yeah, imagine if y'all had to fucking pluck rice out of a field.
Yeah. No, I was plucking fish and shit for customers, dude. Yeah. Shout out to the fucking asshole. Like, he was real cool. I was pissed at him.
What's his name?
I don't know.
No,
but
damn it.
Dude, it was like 15 minutes till close, and nobody knows we closed because like, I don't know.
Who the fuck is in a PetSmart on a Sunday night?
Check the fucking schedule. You know, everything closes early on a Sunday. If you go...
Everything opens late and closes early.
He said my bad, and he said he was sorry. He's
okay, then leave. And say you're bad to your wife.
But I saw him 15 minutes before we closed. I was fronting the store, and I seen him, and I was like, okay. He's just grabbing his last products.
He's there for a fucking fish.
He waited till we're 5 minutes before closing. He's like, hey, bro, can I get all your minnows? And there's like 100 and something in there. I gotta count that one by one. You know what I mean? It's not that slow. It's not like 1, 2, but dude. And I was getting them, and he was like, "Yeah, man, the fucking he was like, the lights turned off," and I was like, "Oh shit, let me hurry up and get my fish." I didn't know what was going on. I was like, "Yeah, we close early on Sundays." He's like, "Oh, what time y'all close right now?" I was like, "Yeah, in 5 minutes. It's all good." And he's like, "Dude, I'm sorry, bro."
Who needs minnows on a Sunday?
Dude, his bass is hungry, dude.
Fuck a bass, dude. How long can bass go without eating? There's got to be a few days.
I don't know, but this poor thing, you know, this poor bass got to eat, bro.
Dude, fish are the dumbest animals on earth.
He had all day,
don't know
though.
if they're gonna eat or not.
I don't know. It was just...
He had all day. He had all fucking week.
Yeah. I don't know.
I can't stand that shit.
Dude, there's people who... He was cool. So after, like, after we talked a minute and then he realized and whatever, he was cool. But there's some people that they don't know what they want at 5 minutes before close, and I'm like, you don't want anything.
Yeah, you want to go the fuck home and enjoy your family. Well, they don't have families. Let's be real.
Sometimes
these people are scum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, man periods, dude. Normally I have, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just like a part of it's like, I don't know. I'm just, doping. I don't know. I'm just get a little funk for a second. But normally it's, I think it's the toxic hustle culture that gets in my head, dude. And I'm like,
I fucking hate that culture so much.
I'm like, dude, I'm not grinding enough, But I'm also like, I don't need to be doing it like every hour of every second of every day. But dude, I'll go a whole week.
You ever heard of that dude Andy Elliott?
No.
Dude, there was this dude who hit my algorithm for like a week, dude, and I hated his fucking gut. No, he was like some car salesman guy who wore a really tight shirt. You could see his nipples very clearly through his shirt.
Dude, that's what I wear.
And he wore like socks and like some really tight pants and shoes and stuff.
Yeah.
And he'd want to like take off his shirt and yell at car salesmen. And be like, dude, if I kidnapped your wife, you'd sell fucking 40 cars this month. It's like, dude, don't kidnap my wife, you fucking freak.
Yeah.
Like, what? I hate it. Dude.
Sounds like a good guy.
I couldn't imagine having a job and having some fucking dickhead like that screaming at me to work harder. I would lose it.
That's how they do. They're telling me to like make this associate work truck faster.
And it's like, I probably should act like that because I do have my own little business.
Yeah.
But it's just like, let it fucking grow, dude.
Sure, you
like,
could do more, but
it's
not like, you don't have to go to extremes.
No, the only things I need to do more is like post more on Facebook and get more visibility on Google.
Yeah.
That was a conversation me and Devin had, and that helps me out a lot.
Yeah.
Because he's
doing something,
Yeah, he's got.
You don't have to go to extreme, but just do a little extra something, and then keep that consistent.
Well, it's all about visibility. Like the internet just gives you visibility.
Yeah.
And that's all it needs.
It's a little too much visibility.
Well, we need all the visibility we can get with this YouTube channel, so.
Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, we need that.
But like it used to be, you had to like take ads out on papers or like get a billboard. Now it's just make fucking shorts on Facebook and.
Yeah, do OnlyFans
and ask for
or something.
Google reviews and shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of Google reviews, I've been asking customers to hit me with Google reviews. I had to go today to a place in Branch.
Yeah, you'd be showing them. You'd be pulling out your gun and be like, "Hey, bro, you better fucking leave me a review."
I'll fucking kill myself.
I know where you live.
If you give me a 2-star review, I'll blow my brains out in your backyard.
Yeah, I got you, dude. I got you.
No, this lady who does like swim lessons. They had a pool fence, and it's close to the pool for the entrance. It's just like a straight line going across, cutting off that section.
Yeah.
And she told me that she was like holding on to the post to like get herself out.
Yeah.
Of it, and it broke the little steel peg. But I was over there to fix it, and she was like, "It's my fault." And I was like, "Dude, I don't care. I'll just come in." Dude, I was there for 30 minutes. I remembered them.
She
They
put
were
a lot of faith in that pole, huh?
Yeah. Like she was grabbing it at the bottom to like pull
God
herself.
damn.
Like she has like bad knees or something. She's like an old lady that does swim lessons. But I didn't mind it, dude. I remembered them because they have a fucking badass, like a screened in fucking backyard
That's sick.
section with the pool in it.
Dude,
They said the only downside is the pool stays cold as
mosquito
shit.
free, dude.
But they sat there and talked to me the whole time whenever I went and put it up the first time.
Yeah.
And then whenever I went there today, they were just like all out there again, like smoking cigarettes and drinking coffee.
They were trying to talk to you while you were drilling?
Oh, yeah.
That's
and
fucked up.
I fucking chopped it up with them, dude.
What?
Yeah.
What? No.
No, they were awesome, dude.
Talk to me
So I
after
went over
I'm
there
done
today.
drilling.
And I told her, I've got an idea coming with this. So I'm going to get back in touch with her. I told her we would hash out some details. But she has like, she's teaching like 20 kids a week.
That's a lot, yeah.
And so we're going to do, I gave her a bunch of flyers and cards.
Yeah.
And told her to hand them out. And I said, we're going to work out a deal so that if one of her students' parents buys a pool fence, I can set some money aside from it and help pay for a kid's registration for the swim lessons. We're going to work out a deal with that. I don't know. That story kind of sucked. It wasn't funny at all. We need to be more funny. We need
Dude, I'll give you something funny.
All right. Well, hold on. Make it quick.
Why?
We're about to have to take a break.
Where are we at?
We're at 26.
Okay.
Just give me a quick 3.5
Yeah, I'll
minutes.
get you something good, dude. Dude, that's dark.
Well,
That's
I
like-
haven't read any more of my book. If that makes you feel any better.
I
haven't worked
I
that-
feel a lot better.
The last podcast, last week, whenever we did the pod, I was like, you know what? I need to be more mindful of doing the pod and try to find good shit to talk about. I have not. It's been 5 days. I haven't done it once.
I haven't done too much like thinking in topics, but I still got a decent list. Like some of them could be, cause some of them could be quick. You know what I mean? But we haven't got any comments
Burping
yet.
into the microphone
Dude.
ended up being my favorite part of
We haven't got any comments yet, so
We haven't had one good
somebody
or bad
comment
comment.
if it's a problem. But
No, just comment that you like the fucking
I have
video.
to relieve the
Oh yeah,
pressure.
by the way, like, comment, and subscribe. We don't say that, and nobody's doing it for
yeah,
some fucking
you better
reason.
do that shit.
I have my whole family watching me and my granny. Nobody liked it.
Dude.
They didn't like our comment. They just texted me.
No.
It's like, dude, put it on the YouTube channel, you fucking
we're
idiots.
doing a pod. Don't talk to us if it's not on the comment
don't
section.
talk to me personally.
Ever.
Make it seem like we're strangers and
You
you
wanna talk
stumbled
to me?
across
Get on the
video.
pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, these fucking people.
How much we got, Limit?
Not enough. Look,
Not enough.
we'll,
How many, dude? I could.
We're gonna take a break. I need a beer, and we'll be right back.
All right.
All right. And we're back.
You want to cheers it?
Yeah. it's fucking-
Even though
yeah,
AI can help
yeah.
us fucking sync, dude. We haven't
That was
cheers yet.
fucking. It was a quiet ass cheers because
Yeah.
both of our cans weren't open.
Yeah.
Ooh wee.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, yeah, buddy. Lightweight. I hope the fucking camera's working. I pressed the button on this thing,
Dude,
so
is it just me though, or do you feel like anxiety? Something's not working right now. Like our mics.
it's
Our
constant.
mics are recording.
The
I'm
first
checking
episode-
the camera. Dude.
The first episode where we thought we would have video, we checked the camera twice in the middle of it. Yeah, I did that to my granny twice too. I was
Yeah.
like, hold on, let me check the fucking
Yeah,
camera.
it's a little more important.
Yeah, well, I really, really wanted video
Yeah.
for that, but yeah, I'm constantly like,
Yeah.
what's recording the audio
I
right
just,
now?
I,
Is the
I hate
video
that these
on?
don't light up.
I know. We need to.
Like I want the LED, bro. Give me that Technologica. Give me that shit, dude. I want to know it's working.
Oh, dude,
Don't fuck
speaking
with
of
it,
the
dude.
techno-
Don't-
oh, yeah, it's gonna
don't fuck
fucking
with it.
ruin it. My fucking computer's about to
Your
catch on
earbuds
fire.
are in your pocket recording this audio right now, dude.
Dude,
Thanks
let's talk
Thanks for
about.
going back and putting the episode numbers in there. That made me happy.
You saw that?
Yeah.
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 I like to keep them numbered so we have something.
Brought a tear to my eye, dude.
Yeah. A tear rolled down your non-shooting eye.
Yeah, and I got mad. I was like, I gotta grind, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking. I'm gonna
bought-
steal some fucking cars.
Thank God Elon and Trump were arguing because I bought that dip, dude. Yeah.
What dip?
A dip in that
Oh,
crypto. I don't know.
I thought you were talking about tobacco.
I don't know how much.
Fuck
I
yeah,
don't know
dude,
how
give
much
me
the
some.
stock market did, but crypto dip, and I was like, I almost put my mom and dad and
So
Pawpaw in a
wait.
group chat, dude. Cause
Are
like,
they big in crypto or something?
yeah,
Those two.
I mean, not
fuckheads?
like they're not as hardcore as me, but my Pawpaw just kind of
So they're not as hardcore as you.
No,
Who?
dude.
Elon and Trump?
them either. But no, I'm just kidding. They're more hardcore. But
Well, I mean, they have a little bit more capital to throw around.
debatable, you know. I don't know.
They're not. They're cash poor.
I think
They're
so,
only
dude.
worth billions of
I don't
dollars.
know. I don't know. I mean, you can look at their portfolios, but I think I'm just bullshitting.
That's
but,
cool.
Uh,
God.
yeah, I bought that dip. And my mom and dad. My mom kind of checks it. Well, my dad ain't when he's home. He's off for 2 weeks, so he probably gets bored and check. He said he checks it, when it goes low and whatever. But dude, I've been nailing them calls on the dips, dude. It'll dip,
Yeah.
and I'm like, good time to buy. And then I say that, and they're like, got some. And then literally, within hours
It
to the
plummets.
next day, it goes right back up. And I'm like,
Oh, nice.
yeah, dude. I'm the biggest, the largest, dude.
Been
But
stepping on shit since my mama was in them apartments. Dude, I love that
regardless.
song. Dude, speaking of which, Big X the plug.
Yeah, he's big.
I listen. So he did a podcast with. So he's my new favorite rapper. He did a podcast with Theo Vaughn.
It's like your only favorite rapper.
Yeah, he's the only guy that I listen to.
Yeah.
Right now. He did a podcast with Theo, right?
Dude, JD Vance did a podcast with Theo.
I know. I like that.
That was hilarious.
That was fun. Hold on.
JD Vance dissed him though.
Shut the fuck up.
He said he's like a slow podcast today, and I was like, you calling Theo slow, dude?
All right, we'll just get into it.
Yeah, go
Cash
ahead.
Patel was on Rogan. JD Vance was on Theo.
I don't know who Cash is.
Cash is the FBI director.
Oh, okay. That's crazy.
I don't care if you believe them or not, or if you think they're telling the truth about anything.
Uh-huh.
I just like the fact that some of the most powerful men in the country are willing to sit down for several hours
Yeah.
and just talk.
JD Vance is the vice president?
Yeah, he's VP.
Yeah.
But so anyway, Big X. Now this is way more important than that. Big X
Yeah,
the plug
dude.
was on Theo's podcast months ago, and I have to say, it turns out his voice whenever he's rapping is not edited at all.
Yeah.
Dude, he sounds exactly like
Yeah.
that. I was fucking impressed.
Yeah.
And another thing, he turns out he's a likable fucking dude.
I think he's scared to lose weight, and then his voice changes.
Yeah. I watched him on that and Sunday Conversations with Caleb Presley.
Yeah.
I binge watched all those fucking shows. They're funny.
Yeah.
But no, I already liked him as a rapper.
Yeah.
Now I like him
Yeah,
even
he
more
seems like a good
because
dude.
he laughs at himself. He does not. He's like a gangster rapper that goes on a podcast and does not take himself seriously.
Right.
They throw jokes at him and he laughs.
Yeah.
And has fun with it. You ever seen
Wait, Caleb Presley, that's that long haired dude? I fucking love watching
Dude, they
those.
are so fucking funny.
Yeah. I
It's
love
always
it.
that fat dude eating ice cream in the
Yeah,
background.
dude, it's good.
Glenny balls.
Theo was on that, and he was like, dude, I can't tell if this is a good interview or I'm just autistic.
Yeah, the one with Theo in it is so good because he reverses all their shit because
Yeah.
normally they're
He's like matching that
they're
energy.
like jarringly awkward
Yeah.
to be funny.
He matches
And
that shit,
Yeah,
dude.
Theo's just like the king of that shit.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
I feel like I could do good on that interview. I wish they'd
Yeah.
have me on.
I love those
They
types
should
of,
have us on.
yeah, they will.
The Poorly Explained crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our podcast.
Oh yeah, by the way, shout out Mike Turner for the fucking sick backdrop. Tattered American flag.
Who's Mike?
My dad.
Okay. I knew that.
Yeah.
What's up, Mike?
Yeah, so this
that's just
flag, they used to fly this flag out at the place he works.
in
But
Pakistan.
as you can see, I don't know if you can see the sides. It's all like frayed and
yeah,
shit.
it's
So they
been
got
through a
rid
battle.
of it and got a new one. And so
Yeah.
he donated it to the pod.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah. Makes a nice
I
little
feel like
backdrop.
when I didn't, you didn't think none of it. I was like, dude, this is huge fanboy shit because I just think of MSSP, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're sitting at a
I'm a
round table.
fanboy, dude. I'm not even ashamed, dude. I love their podcast.
Yeah, you don't
Also,
even
I'm not
listen
even-
to it.
I'm not even a real fanboy. I listen to clips
Yeah.
because it's quick, dude. I'm on the drive, and I get to listen to a little 20, 30 minutes,
Yeah.
and I get to work, and then,
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah. So, dude, I heard about putting tape on your butthole for worms.
Okay, I didn't know worms were a problem. Go ahead.
They are, dude. So a lot of people.
Is this an ad read?
No, dude.
Do we have our first sponsor?
This is just how I like to introduce it. But
There's no way I would not do this.
It's-
I wouldn't do this for free.
what, putting butthole in your? I mean, tape on your butthole.
putting my butthole on rolls of
Yeah,
tape.
dude.
I'll do that. Yeah, once again,
do that
pay
for
me
free, dude.
and it'll happen.
I'll do it for free.
I'll tape my asshole for money.
But so basically, it's a way to detect if you got worms because of the female worm or whatever. It's a poorly
Do you have
explained.
to shave first?
It'd probably be good.
Could you imagine?
You gotta really spread them if you're not shaving, you know.
Yeah,
But
dude, that's not a one man operation.
dude, you got that, dude.
No, you'd have to. Okay, so what company is selling ass tape?
No, they're not selling it, but it was they laughed on the podcast. It was, I don't watch the podcast, but it was a clip. I don't know. Poorly explained, dude. I don't fucking know.
Perfect.
But I just see clips and
Shout
shit.
out Home Bake. They got my koozie. I'm gonna call them tomorrow and tell them to pay the
Sponsor,
fuck up,
dude. Yeah. In Tandem, Ring's gone.
Oh, what?
Dude, that's another topic. It's short, but it's
All right, let's talk about taping our assholes for fun.
yeah.
And then
So you put this tape on your butthole at night or whatever.
What kind? Does it have to be Gorilla Tape?
You want it? I don't think it has to be that strong. It could be painter's tape, you know. I don't know. I got painter's tape on my trunk, so just in case, or sheetrock tape. That's not sticky. Never mind. But anyways, you put this shit on there.
Mesh. The
tape it
worms
up,
can
dude.
walk right through.
Yeah, dude. You tape it up. You go to bed, and so that apparently somehow the female worm. I don't know the type of worm. Poorly explained. Don't know the worm. Forgot
Stop
it.
saying poorly explained.
I gotta throw
Just
it in
going
there.
with the fucking
plug.
Like,
And,
comment, subscribe.
Yeah, dude. Patreon, shout out. We didn't post nothing.
This episode's gonna end up being named like, comment, subscribe because we're not getting any of those.
So the female worm comes out at night and it'll lay some eggs. Well,
Yeah.
apparently, I guess it does a little rim job, lays it on there. But if you put the tape, you can detect. That's basically your way to discover if it's laying eggs on you.
Yeah.
And so we all got worms. It's recommended that you should at least do a detox a year.
We all got worms.
My dad's detoxing. He's not putting tape on his butthole, but he mentioned it, and
Your dad's.
I didn't want to go off the wall and mention it to him, but I was like, dude, you should.
That's fucking parasite.
We went fishing. I was like, dude, you got parasite. He knows he does, and I was like, dude, you should really put tape on your butthole. You know, I didn't tell him that, but I should have.
Oh my god.
Anyways, yeah, dude, you got to detox at least once a year. You got hella parasites. That's what makes you want all that sugar and all these drugs.
You
and
should go to your dad's house and try to tape his asshole to help him
I'll
out.
offer it to him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's down. but
I will bet every penny I've ever made that Doty would not let
Could you imagine you put
piece
some
of fucking tape on
you
his
put some
ass.
gorilla tape on there, dude? That's gonna hurt if you're not shaved.
You could kill somebody with that.
What you mean? You're gonna kill your hairs? That's for sure. That shit's coming off.
Disembowel your fucking self.
That's gonna hurt. You imagine waking up and remembering that you did that?
I would rather have worms.
But my thing is like I don't know why we have to put tape on it. Like we know we have it. Well,
What do you? I don't have worms.
You do.
No, I don't.
Do a detox. Look it up. Do a detox. I haven't done it because
What are you?
it's a little bit of work, but you got to do the right things.
No.
Yeah, because you got to kill the live worms, and there's babies, and there's eggs, so you got to attack them all from all angles.
How is this just becoming a problem in
You've
2025?
never. It's been a problem. Dude, modern medicine.
What are they doing?
Modern medicine doesn't want you to know this shit, dude. They don't want you to be healthy. They want.
I'm sure if they could sell a pill to kill worms, they'd fucking jump right on it.
No, they don't want you to be healthy.
What are you talking about?
Dude, just put tape on your butthole and see, dude. Let me know if there's some white eggs on there or what.
I'm down. You have to do it though.
Okay.
All right,
We
but
can
you have to shave it first and then do it.
Yeah. I try to shave every here and there, you know.
You shave your asshole.
Done it.
What?
It's been a while, but I've done. Yeah, dude.
Who? Why?
Cause it's so much. You don't understand how much easier it is to wipe whenever. Okay, so you know
How hard is it to
you know
wipe?
when you got poo stains on your drawers.
No.
Okay, hold on. Hear me out. So
This
look,
is
I have
gold, dude. I fucking love this.
I have a bidet, right?
Yeah,
Y'all
me too.
Yeah, y'all
Yeah.
do too. So you
They-
could bidet all you want, dude. Sometimes, well, you can only. There's not.
Oh, I'm bidet boy.
There's not a. Me too. I'm
Oh, yeah.
clean as fuck.
I
But
bidet so much that it's like a vice.
yeah, dude. Yeah, I make sure it hurts. I make sure I really got it. You know, I put it on high pressure.
Yeah.
But no, if they don't have bidets at PetSmart, dude, and I'm going poop.
That's why you have worms. You fucking idiot. You're
What?
hanging out with chameleons and shit.
No,
Yeah.
we all have worms.
No, we don't.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't.
I bet my life on it. You have worms. We all have worms.
How?
They always do.
Where?
They live in your gut, dude. Your gut microbiome, dude.
They're not living in my gut,
They're
dude. You know what kind of hell they're
balls
going
deep
through?
in your gut, dude.
They are swimming in alcohol.
You're
every
scared to put
single
tape
day.
on your butthole, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, wait. Anyways, so shaving and wiping. So they don't have bidets at PetSmart, and
Good.
it's fucking hot in there.
Okay.
Arizona, who doesn't live in Louisiana, obviously, the headquarters,
Okay.
they control our fucking temperatures. So their 70 whatever is different from our 70 whatever.
That's a whole nother thing.
You
so
lift one box at PetSmart, you're sweating.
So your thermostat
We don't have one.
is in Arizona?
Yeah,
This is the craziest thing.
it's bullshit.
Colin, I don't think anything you're saying today is correct.
It is.
You're saying we have worms.
I'll call Chris.
And you're saying that your entire
Chris is sleeping,
corporation
but I'll call
has
him.
a single thermostat in
Yeah,
Arizona.
because the animals, dude. So they got to regulate temperatures and shit. I guess that's why.
Yeah, you can do that in a store.
They have heat lamps and shit for the animals, so I don't know why the fuck they have to control our temperature, but they do, dude. We don't have a thermostat.
That's fucking wild.
We really don't. Someone controls it. It's not us. It's Arizona. My store manager told
It's
me this.
Big Pet, dude.
Dude, it's big pharma, dude. They don't tell you about the worms. Anyways, so your little hairs and
I hate
shit,
this
you could wipe
conversation.
all you want like a barbarian without.
I don't wanna do
If
this
you don't have a
anymore.
bidet, you could wipe all you want, but there's shit lingering on them hairs, and sometimes you sweat enough, dude. You're gonna have, no matter how hard you try, you're gonna have some little stains. If you don't have a bidet at PetSmart or anywhere else,
Right.
there's stains on there. It's a problem.
I'll let you inspect
So if
mine
you
later.
shave it, dude, you can wipe it off way better because you're just doing skin. Hairs, they're collecting all that, you know? It's like a hat, you know? Your hat's dirty, dude. You put that in some bleach and not bleach, some vinegar.
I bleached the fence yesterday in this hat.
Yeah.
This hat's
Wash,
filthy.
wash that hat, dude. There's going to be all brown stuff in there. It's like your underwear.
No.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Dude, it's real, dude.
So we're gonna tape each
We're
other's
going to get so
assholes.
many comments about this.
So we're starting a new company called Ass Tape. Buy it.
Well, you could buy
Okay.
tape anywhere, dude. It's all good.
No, but you need a specific kind
You
of
can,
tape.
scotch is kind of small. You need the big scotch. You need
So
like a,
let's say I taped my asshole
yeah,
and I have worms.
yeah.
What would I see?
You just know you have them. You'll see some little eggs.
What do they look like?
I don't know. I didn't do it yet.
Little white dots?
Probably.
That's
You ever
fucking
seen fly
toilet
eggs?
paper.
No.
Yeah, that's toilet paper,
No.
dude. You got dingleberries.
No. Dingleberries are poo, dude. It's not toilet paper.
No, dingleberries are the little shreds of toilet paper.
No, dingleberries
You
are
get rolled up
lingering
on it.
poo that's collected on your hairs.
Well, all right. Tomato.
No.
You just have fucking used toilet paper on your asshole and you're
No.
using tape to get it off.
I mean, I'm sure there's some, but no. Dingleberry's a little poo rock, dude. With poo crumbs.
And so these worms,
Yeah.
where do they come from?
Your gut. All your intestines and shit.
How do they get there?
Probably food.
You cook food.
It's like bacteria.
No, it's worms. Worms are not bacteria.
It's not like a fucking earthworm, dude. It's like small. It's a little
I
shrimp.
understand
It's
the
like
difference
tapeworms
between
and all that shit, you know? Little
Yeah,
small
we don't
things.
have tapeworms.
I'm not gonna say we do.
So,
but we
you're
have some
thinking
type of
parasites.
pinworms. We have those.
Yeah, okay, you have.
I remember that
You
one.
know about one thing.
Yeah,
No,
poorly explained.
no.
Yeah.
Stop saying that.
Yeah,
This
dude, we
is
have them.
fucking driving me nuts.
If we had more viewers, somebody's gonna confirm it. Somebody, please, whoever's watching, confirm it.
If you don't stop talking about this, I'm
That way-
taking down the American flag. This is the most un-American. You're talking like we're from fucking India.
No, this is.
If you go to India, I bet you every one of those guys got worms.
we got worms.
They need to tape their assholes. I don't have worms.
go do a detox and let me know what worms.
How do you even detox?
I don't know.
What is a detox?
I don't know.
I don't know about this shit.
Part
What
of
are you
it's
talking-
fasting.
I like how you said you told me to do a detox and you don't even
I
know
didn't
what the
do the
fuck
research,
it is.
dude. I've seen this shit a bunch of times, but I done forgot it, dude. It's been a long time. You know, a couple weeks go by, it's out my brain now. I gotta.
So your dad has worms.
I can't. Everybody, dude.
No,
Everybody.
no. You said
My
that.
dad definitely has worms. You have worms. I have worms.
No.
You never
said that
detox, you
you
got
and your
worms.
dad were talking about his worms.
He was talking about fasting.
You said that he told you he has worms.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember if
So
he
what's up with that? What he's doing about it?
fasting. So he. I don't think that really does it. That's not a proper detox. I mean, it'll probably kill off some.
Your dad's probably more right than you.
So
about
the
this
gut
fucking shit.
microbiome, it's like the shit that whenever a lot of times.
What's
like,
the microbiome?
Don't ask me that.
Give me a rundown
Don't ask me that. I don't know. Listen, it's your gut is like your second brain. You've heard this.
Yeah, dude, I've had
heard
this
this.
conversation with a doctor.
It's your second brain, dude.
Yes, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell me about the microbiome and I'm going to rip
I'm not
your
going to tell you
fucking
about
theory
it
to shreds.
because I don't know enough about it. It's not a theory. You're confirming it,
No, go ahead.
dude. It's your second brain.
Listen,
Shit's
Paige's-
living in there. You got worms, dude.
Paige's stepmom is a fucking doctor,
Yeah.
right?
Ask her, dude.
So, no, I've had this conversation.
probably
there was a
doesn't-
fucking
not
documentary
everybody knows
on you.
about it.
Shut up, I'm talking.
Not everybody knows
son.
about the worms.
So she's a doctor, and I just watched a documentary about the microbiome and how important it is.
Yeah.
On Netflix.
Absolutely.
Okay? That's the worms talking.
Yeah.
So I asked her what she thinks about it, and she was like telling me all the things that the documentary said,
don't
and I
know.
said, do you think that maybe that there's people who study the microbiome, and since that's their area of expertise, that they're going to make it sound more important than it actually is in order to make
Possible,
their
yeah.
jobs feel more important,
Possible. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like if you build airplanes, you think that airplanes are the most important thing for the
Yeah.
American economy. You know?
Yeah,
but
but-
if you build cars,
Yeah.
you're going to say that's the most important thing for a family to have
Yeah.
to move around.
Right.
It's just what you do.
Yeah.
They do shit to make themselves feel more important.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think the microbiome being the second brain,
Yeah.
it's very far away from the brain.
Yeah. You are what you eat, though.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not a hot and spicy.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, dude.
I may look hot and spicy.
You're hot and spicy.
but I'm not one.
If I would describe you, that would be one of the
I'm
first.
not a hot and spicy. I might be 7 of them, but
You're hot and spicy, dude.
Yeah.
I'd describe you as hot and spicy.
yeah, well, you're a small slider.
Hey, with queso, dude.
Ooh-wee.
With a cup of queso. That's what I ate before I came here.
Yeah.
Yeah, my microbiome was like, ooh, junk food.
Yeah,
Yes.
my microbiome. There's an alarm going off.
When you give it sugar, dude, that's one of their favorites. Sugar's a killer, dude. Sugar's
Yeah.
like worse than drugs. A lot. All
I
of-
don't know. I've seen people on drugs and I've seen people on sugar.
Mm,
I gave my kids donuts Friday. They did not.
they got worms.
Yeah, they didn't go rob somebody and,
They got worms, dude.
and ask me for more.
Dude, Chris had a fucking tweaker on it, sleeping outside of his house.
Yeah, he's gay.
That dude
That's
got
what they do.
worms. No.
That's what they do,
That dude, they had worms, dude. He had caught him on camera and everything, worming out.
dude. Fucking hate. I don't even want to do this. We're about
Yeah.
to cancel this podcast.
Where we at,
We're not
dude?
gonna get canceled. We got a lot of time left.
Oh, you want to talk about worms?
No.
Okay,
yeah, I
we're
want
done
to
with
talk
that?
about anything else.
Dude. So speaking of worms, I heard a small topic. We can blow past it, or it might turn into something. But people who like quit drugs or drinking, do you know anybody that had a problem with something like drugs or drinking, something like that?
Yeah.
That they crush like sweet treats or like they crush soda.
No, most of them get into working out and God.
True.
They'll get really religious
That's
and
a
then
lot-
they'll be like, I'm sober. I don't do any drugs anymore.
Yeah.
And then they start taking steroids.
And sugar.
And they become just as crazy as a fucking drug
Yeah.
addict. Yeah.
It's-
I've known a few. Shout
I
out Walla. I hope you watch this, you
This-
fucking freak.
There's one guy I hung out with, I went to like, it was me, one of my friends, and then, well, 2 of my friends, and then another guy. I actually went to school with him, and Caleb knows him too. He went to school with him. That was his like class, whatever. But we were all like, we were drinking, barbecuing, we're having some drinks and whatever. He didn't have a drink, but he crushed like a good 6 Coke Zeros. And it was like, enough to the point where we all eventually talked to us like, dude, how many Coke Zeros are you gonna drink, dude? Dude, if I have one Coke,
For
yeah,
a fucking Coke Zero guy.
if I have one Coke Zero, that's enough. Like, I like the little small cans because that's like enough dose for my.
Yeah, I'll drink like 2 Coke Zeros and be like, fuck, I need some beer.
Yeah, I
Like
have
a
little,
real addict.
I have a little can because like the worms only need that much. But yeah, dude, he was crushing Coke Zeros and like we're crushing. I forgot what I was drinking. Probably teas or something, something gay like you would say. But
Let me check the topics, dude. We only got one phone in between.
Why?
Us. Yeah, because I deserve to look at it too. My phone's recording. My phone's doing real
work. You need
work.
to write them down or something. This is a problem. We need to get the camera rolling.
No, the camera fucking sucks, dude.
No, it doesn't.
I'm scared to use the camera now that we know
no,
this works.
we just wanted to whip it up quick. So the video quality is gonna basically be the same. But
we'll try the camera one day whenever we have time.
Right. This
Sunday
is like
at 9:30 isn't the time.
We just gotta whip it up quick. Why you want to look at the topics, dude?
Cause, dude, you suck at this. Give me that.
So you don't know anybody that be just chugging, like they quit something, dude? They just
No, I already told you. I know a guy that was addicted to heroin, and he's like, I'm sober now, and he just
probably eats a lot of ice cream now, though.
No, he's like a bodybuilder type of dude. He's ugly, but he's a bodybuilder.
So he's crushing like hot and spices.
Well, he claims to be sober, but he takes steroids.
Yeah.
And he's like the most emotional
He smokes like
person
6
on the
cigarettes
road.
at once.
No cigarettes. He vapes out of his fucking
there he
mind.
goes.
Yeah.
The worms love the vapes.
I'm sure they do, dude.
God damn.
I'm so sick of these worms.
God damn, dude. All right, you want to look through them?
Yeah.
I don't want to show you.
Well, too bad.
All right.
I'm the boss.
Bitch. Go through them, dude.
All right.
Wait, but you don't want to call them all out. You can.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Women screaming when something happens, dude.
Dude.
Fucking
Okay, you want to talk about that one?
Dude, I live with that one.
Okay, so, dude, whenever I heard this, because it was like, I forgot what the story was, but it's not relevant. Anyways, women, like something could be going on that is dramatic or not that dramatic, but regardless, they make it fucking worse because they all scream.
If you get a group of them together, they turn into like a herd, and they'll
bunch of
all make the
hyenas.
same little.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
Dude, your sister's the worst one with
Everybody
it.
stay calm, and it's just women screaming.
I'm telling you, Colin, right now, tonight,
Yeah.
whenever I go to bed,
She's
I'm gonna open the door, and she,
Yeah.
and it's like, dude, I'm going. It's me. I live here. I'm going to bed, dude. I scare her
I didn't
constantly.
expect it.
Today, whenever I got back from fixing the pool fence,
Yeah.
I walked through the door. Okay, she's in the bathroom cleaning, not
Yeah.
super far from the front door,
Yeah.
as you know. The kids are, Daddy! They come up, hug me. I talk to them.
She hears
and I'm
this.
talking to them, and they're following me.
Yeah.
And I walk into the bathroom.
Yeah.
He's like scared.
Can you?
And I'm like, dude,
can she,
I live. You know,
can she
I
not
live
hear
here.
footsteps?
My.
Can
I
she
don't
only
know.
hear 4 feet away from her?
I don't think she. No, I don't think Paige has any kind of sensory
That's
at
crazy.
all. I think
dude.
she's basically like a fucking, like like
only
a possum.
Whatever she sees,
Yeah.
that's what's going on.
Yeah, it has to get close too. You can sneak up on Paige if she's looking in your direction.
Yeah.
If you're 10 feet away, you're good.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
get in a little bit closer
She
before
could
she
be
notices
looking at you and you.
You literally scared her showing up
Yeah.
today.
I
And
saw
she
her.
screamed out.
I saw her
just put the kids to bed.
Yeah.
And she screamed loud.
Yeah.
Whenever you walk through the door.
She probably heard my car pulling up and everything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Colin's here. Oh my
Yeah.
God! And I opened the door. Oh. Yeah. I was planning it. I saw her through the window. I was like, I'm gonna get her, dude.
Yeah.
You didn't budge.
No, I saw you.
Pulled a gun on me and shit, dude.
I would have,
No.
even though I knew.
Did you look through all of them?
No, I just looked at that
Oh,
one. That
okay.
was funny.
Dude, why do they do that? Like,
They're crazy. I don't know.
you don't need to do that. Sometimes a situation could have went so much smoother if you just wouldn't be fucking screaming.
Yeah,
Shut up.
dude. And talk about panic.
And then they
dude.
scare the kids. Kids like go off of women.
Yeah.
The kids like a kid will be scared. I've seen this happen a lot live. Like a kid's terrified of frogs because their fucking mom.
Yeah.
See, like they would have never been scared of frogs, but their mom screams at frogs, and then they're fucking terrified.
Yeah, that's why you gotta have a dad in the house.
They don't know
It's
what's
very
going
important.
on. Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
This is Conley and Collins' Morally Upright podcast.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, just keep throwing that in
Please, thank you. We love you.
there. Well,
Fucking
When we
forget.
get-
We don't really need. I don't know. I'm
we-
starting to think we don't even need topics.
dude, I like topics though, because I'm not gonna remember all the shit to talk about.
Dude.
Sometimes I want to mention some stuff. You know?
True. Yeah.
It's good because I know for the most part, me and you I think our last podcast was like that. To be honest, I said me or you said one topic, and then I don't think we talked about a single topic after that.
Yeah.
So that's good, you know. Hey.
He's like, he's a cool dude. I like.
Yeah. We talk about all kind of shit, dude.
Yeah.
Man, that was like probably the wildest shit on my topic list.
That was big, dude.
Yeah.
I was not expecting it to get
Dude.
that serious.
I could. I mean, it's not quite as crazy.
Do you
as
still have his number? His personal number?
Damn, no.
He probably deleted. He probably.
He might change the number after that. His wife's like, "Why are you changing?" I don't know. Just
It's like, these fucking people.
crazy people with their insurance
Always
claims.
blowing my phone up over dumb shit.
Hey, it's Alexis from Five Guys, and it's me, dude.
Yeah.
I wanted to run with that so bad.
You must have never told anybody that story.
No, I don't. Well, I've told.
I would have heard it from your mom.
I don't remember who I told.
Paige.
My mom doesn't know. I should tell her.
Nah, it's good. She'll hear it. Yeah, tell her about the podcast. She'll listen.
Nah, I'm good. I don't. No.
Why
My
not?
mom's not watching this shit, dude.
Well, tell me about your love life, Colin. That's what this podcast is going to be, an interview with you. This is, huh?
That's fun. All right.
Yeah. So, I'm sitting down with Colin Gillis. You may
Yeah.
know him from the Poorly Explained podcast.
Yeah, right.
Hey, like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an interview from now on. We
All
gotta
right.
we gotta run another hour.
Okay.
Where were you born?
Lafayette.
The hospital?
I think so.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, I was born in Lafayette. Had a pretty well. No.
I'll be asking the questions.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
So, whenever,
That's
like
fine.
your first memories, where were you living?
First memories.
Do you remember being a baby?
Not really.
How old were you with your first memories?
I don't really know. I want to say around probably like 3 to 5 range.
Yeah.
Probably closer to
I got
5.
memories that I think I was 3, and I
Yeah.
have a specific memory of being 4.
They were like it felt like dreams, you know? It's like glimpses
Mm-hmm.
of like, yeah.
Yeah. I remember for Christmas getting a toy, and I think I was 4 at the time.
Yeah.
My first memory that I know how old I was and what I was doing was my 4th birthday. I'll never forget this.
That's cool though.
I was on the phone and my granny had called our home phone
Yeah.
to tell me happy birthday.
Yeah, that thing had a landline, dude.
Yeah, there was no such thing as cell phones
Yeah.
at this time. And I remember I was on the phone with my granny and she said, and she like asked me a question and I nodded my head to say yes. And I remember, and it was for my 4th birthday.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, "You have to talk. She can't see you nodding your head."
Oh shit.
And that was just like that's all I remember. I don't even remember what she said. I just remember my mom telling me that.
Who was it?
My granny.
She was blind?
No, she was on the phone.
Oh.
She wasn't FaceTiming me, you idiot. It's like,
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
No, but so were y'all in that same like piece of property that
No.
no?
No, that I think we moved there whenever I was about 7
Okay.
ish, something like that.
Paige told me that y'all moved to Missouri. Were you around for that shit?
Ooh, thank you. That's probably some of my earliest memory. I don't know how old I was,
Yeah.
but probably around 5-ish.
Dope.
But yeah, I remember earliest memories from there was this place called Flat Rock. I don't think it's officially called that.
What was the rock like?
Flat, dude.
Wow.
It was pretty like it owns up to its shit. It's like a river. Again, don't remember vividly, but it's a river with a lot of just flat stone, kind of like big chunks of just, it's not rocks.
Yeah.
It's chunks of fucking stone, whatever. But I remember there's these like crystals and stuff that my grandma would collect, but you could go in like these rocks and you break them open. It was the most. I thought I was rich at the time. I found crystals
Yeah.
and I'd break them open. I still have them to this day, actually.
What?
Yeah, dude. I can't keep track of my fucking ring, but
That's why you're such a fucking freak nowadays.
yeah, dude.
You were collecting crystals
Yeah, dude, I
30
was
years
getting
before
that-
crystals are cool to collect.
I was getting that energy fucking siphoned into me. That's why I'm so cool. Yeah, dude.
That's also where you got your worms.
Yeah, that's when it all started. Just drinking that fucking Flat Rock water, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Missouri. I remember experiencing snow consciously for the first time, and I've seen movies, people
Yeah.
snow fights and all that. I didn't have
Little
any
Christmas
friends there.
movies and shit.
Instead of like building snow angels and snowmen and doing all that fun stuff, I cleaned my mom's car off, and that was what I did.
I just realized I didn't create a new podcast for this one. We're just running on the old track.
What you mean?
It's on the same one.
Oh, that's okay, right?
Yeah, technically.
it'll
I
be
can
a-
just take that.
You just have
Yeah,
to,
I can
you
figure-
have to find where to split it. Kind of.
I'll just export this section. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
I hope
I'm not gonna get into the
I hope you'll
technical
be
details.
okay.
Yeah, I'll be all right. I just realized that we're
Chat
just running on
GPT,
the same
where the
episode.
fuck?
No, it's cool. I got it.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's just more work for me to do.
Yeah. And then what was that? I don't know what road that was, but I'm sure Paige has told you about it.
No, Paige didn't tell me too much about Missouri.
Yeah.
She just said that it was like y'all's great grandma was still living over there.
Grandma
and
Dude. I don't know why they called her that, but that was Grandma Dude.
apparently she had like grown up in the Depression and shit. Like she was like
I
young.
don't know.
And she kept wanting to tell Paige stories.
Yeah.
And Paige, being the fucking dumb bitch that she is,
Yeah.
didn't want to hear it and
Yeah.
wanted to go fucking do her nails or something stupid.
Yeah, dude.
Which is crazy to me.
My Grandma Dude dosed me with grape juice, dude. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I drank so much grape juice.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Which is
fuck-
funny because it shows like the disconnect between women and men.
Yeah.
Because if I had like a grandparent that was alive in the Depression, I'd be eating that shit alive.
Dude, her house was creepy.
Oh, they
I
all
remember-
are. They don't throw anything
I remember
away.
sleeping in there.
Dude,
And
human beings after a certain age just forget what a fucking trash can is. And they just keep the most
especially
random
if you're
fucking
old,
thing. Yeah.
you're keeping everything.
They keep fucking cups.
Yeah.
And they're like, this cup is special to me. It's like, dude, it's, it's nothing.
I drank grape juice out of that cup, dude.
Yeah.
She had that old clock that was scary, that makes scary sounds and shit. Cluck,
Cuckoo.
cluck, cluck. Yes, dude. And then in the room I would sleep in was like 30 fucking dolls that would sit
Oh
on.
my god,
Dude,
And they're
I
like
didn't-
made out of porcelain too.
Oh,
They're
I
like the
hated
weirdest
it.
fucking
I
things
hated
ever.
it. It was terrible. I mean, it wasn't terrible. I was all right, but like
You made
it was
out.
very scary.
Yeah.
It was creepy. It took me a little while to go to bed.
Hell
She didn't give me a nightlight or nothing, dude. I was raw dogging life.
No TVs.
Yeah. It was a good time. I rode in an airplane for the first time.
Nice.
That's the only time I've ever ridden in an airplane is a crop duster.
I didn't ride in an airplane until I was like 25.
Damn.
Yeah.
I
But
remember.
it was to the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, that's sick though.
Yeah.
That was a good vacation.
Oh yeah.
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 What? Why? Oh yeah.
Dude, I got fucking poisoned out there.
What?
It was around the time they were talking about people getting poisoned out in the DR.
Yeah.
I've never told this story.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead.
I had to go to the fucking hospital and get
What?
like IVs.
I
and
didn't
shit.
hear this.
Oh yeah. They have like this fucking drink called Mama Wana,
Okay.
and they fucking gave me some of that
It
shit.
makes you want your mama.
I was okay. I wasn't. Full disclosure.
Mama one is crazy because it's like makes you want your mama.
I was creepy. I was going to places that you shouldn't be going to in third world countries,
Yeah.
and just fucking hanging with
Like,
people.
oh, let's go travel. It'd be so fun. And it's like scary.
No, it wasn't that. I was drunk and it was basically like imagine if we were at Margaritaville in a third world country.
And they just have walls up, and if you
Yeah.
step outside them walls, dude, it's a fucking war zone.
Yeah, and I was just like thinking I could chop it up with people, and I took a drink, and then I had to go. Next thing I remember, I was like in a
What was it?
taxi, like fucking fading in and out.
What is Mama Wana?
It's like a mix of a bunch of different weird fucking drinks. It's like supposed to be just alcohol,
Yeah.
but they fucking tried to kill me over there.
What the fuck? This is
Yeah.
all inclusive, dude.
Yeah, they included that too.
Did they include the bills for that, or?
Dude, $1 is like if you had $20, you're a millionaire.
Oh, you're
over
chilling.
there. Oh yeah, we were good.
$20,
I was
you-
back at the hotel room. That
They got
night.
rid of your worms, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
probably
it
what
was
it was.
wild.
Them Dominican worms.
yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
No, it was crazy. I don't. But what's crazy is that, like when it happened, I kind of like faded in and out
Yeah.
of like what was going on,
Holy shit.
and then I remember being in the taxi on the way back to the resort,
Yeah.
being like, "Dude, just go to the fucking airport and take me home."
Yeah.
And this was like day 2.
This is. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Were you you shake back the next day, or?
Oh yeah. We just hung out in the room the next day, and then the day after that, we got on dune buggies and went and fucking
Cool, dude.
rode around poor people and shit. No,
Yeah.
I was good.
Yeah.
I was, when you're 25, you can just bounce back from anything.
You're 25.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, 25 or 26.
I feel like that wasn't even that long ago. What was I like?
8 years ago.
2?
It was like 2016 or 20. No, it must have been like 2018.
Yeah.
Because Conley was a little baby.
How old are you now?
33.
33.
Yeah.
Ooh, dude, you're top of the league for Masons right now, dude.
Oh yeah,
You-
33rd degree.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, boy. We're not talking about that though.
Oh, why are you part of them?
No, I wish.
Dude, I don't know. Dude, Caleb got into that. Never mind.
I no longer
he
want to be a
tried
part
to.
of him.
He tried to step foot in that. And I was like, he thought it was all. Never mind. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, he thought he was gonna conquer. Thought he was gonna be a part of the Illuminati.
Yeah. Biker gangs, the Freemasons. I was like, dude, stop.
You're already.
Love your kids and your wife.
Yeah,
Okay.
just like be a dad for 20 minutes.
God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, we're going after people.
Dude, we're fucking attacking, dude.
This is probably just gonna be one episode. Who am I kidding?
What you mean? Oh, like a 2 hour?
Yeah, fuck it.
Or an hour and a half, whatever it turns to be.
Yeah.
What are we at right now?
We're at, let's see.
6 hours.
Yeah. No, we're at like an hour 15 right now
Okay. Wait, all together?
Yeah.
Okay.
that we've done tonight.
All right.
And I can already feel the brakes starting to hit. We just had
The brakes?
that little moment where it's like, oh, yeah, all right.
No, I'm chilling, dude. This is peak hour for me.
Not me.
Yeah,
But I don't have shit to do
this is
tomorrow,
on
so it
part-
doesn't matter. I can stay up as late as
Yeah,
I
I'm
want.
closing tomorrow, dude. Making sure I close up shop at PetSmart.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy over there. It's like sometimes I just have the thought that it's like this corporation's relying on a bunch of kids to make sure shit happens.
That's what's so crazy. I remember whenever I was at QMS, I remember talking to the owner. Me and him were pretty tight. He's a really cool dude. Shout out Wayne Johnson. Dude fucking rules.
Yeah, that's cool.
But
man.
we were talking about like pool guardian and stuff. And he was like, you need like crews of people to just do this stuff for you. And I was like, I don't know if I can trust anybody to do stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you talking about? You
Eventually.
just get people to do shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know if you got to be dumb enough to just be willing to let other people do shitty jobs for you.
It sucks
Because he's like had
they gotta fuck
employees
up.
his whole life.
Yeah.
You know?
They're gonna fuck up somewhere. I
Yeah.
fuck up, dude. I just don't tell you about
And
it.
if you just sit there and overthink, it's like the same thing. Me and your mom have had this conversation.
Dude, stop
Shout-
talking about my
I
mom,
bring
dude.
up your mom every episode.
She came over last night.
Yeah, no, she didn't. I haven't seen her since.
That was my one of my favorite parts in that episode.
But cause she's talking about like she wants somebody to, like, do houses for her
Yeah.
and stuff, but she doesn't trust anybody to do it.
Yeah.
And it's like it's almost like you got to be dumb enough to just let people.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's like, I'm not saying dumb enough. I'm saying if you overthink things.
Yeah, you gotta accept that there's gonna be some type of law
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Some mistakes. Yeah. Myra's dumb enough to do it.
No. We're not going back to that.
Yeah, I
Because
just-
I had to cut out
I just wanna-
fucking a minute and a half of an episode
Why?
because of Myra.
Why?
Because of your fucking slip up last week.
What did I say?
I'm not.
I don't remember, dude.
Well,
I do remember, but I don't remember what you would have cut out. Did you tell me about it?
I mean, I said, and we're back shortly after you said it.
Yeah,
You said some nasty words.
I don't think so, dude. That doesn't sound like me.
All right, good. It's all a theory.
That doesn't sound like me.
Let's
dude.
keep it going, dude. This podcast is falling off a cliff
No,
as
it's not,
we speak.
dude.
Yeah,
You're being a Shane right now, dude.
Huh?
You're being a Shane right now.
No, it's not good. This,
What-
this
what do you
sucks, dude.
And this is where I come in with Matt and be like, dude, it's fine. Dude, this is great. This is good stuff. Comment if this is good stuff.
Nobody's commenting. Nobody's liking, commenting, or subscribing.
Eventually, we'll have people comment, dude. Like in the comments, subscribe. Yeah. They'll comment, dude.
Yeah,
We got like 60 viewers on it, dude. We're rolling.
I know, dude. We're fucking
It's pretty cool. Should I check it? Let me check it.
steaming right along.
Can I just check it real quick?
Yeah, go ahead and check
Let's,
it.
let's see where we're at.
I got something to talk about.
Okay, cool. Save us.
Um,
I got other topics. We're not like, dude, it's finally starting to pop up when I search just our name.
yeah.
Before I had to search up like channel because
Yeah.
it wouldn't pop up. This fucking casually explained channel comes
Yeah,
up.
who the fuck?
I think they stopped uploading a long time ago, but they come up with some decent stuff.
It's crazy how many people just give up on shit like this.
Dude, we got 46, 56, 68. Dude, 68 views.
Holy shit! What's my granny up to?
12.
Dang.
Yeah, dude.
That's the fastest one.
I'll make that 13, dog.
Hell yeah.
Just give me a minute. We got 33 views on earbuds. That's so weird.
I know.
The worst one.
Literally the worst one.
Whatever, dude. Yeah. I'm always interested to see what you name it. Like, I don't know what you're gonna name the last one. you
Well,
got
yeah, I think it's just gonna end up being this one.
you got a few.
Who knows? If we just keep going, I don't know. I don't know if we've said anything. If we're like off to a good enough start
Yeah.
for this to be a
There
standalone
we
pod.
go. Yeah.
But
It could be chill. It ain't always got to be super eventful.
But it also doesn't always have to just be an hour.
Dude, this is better
You know what
than
I
the
mean?
first one. Or like, even though you think this sucks right now, this is better than the first one
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, dude, I'll come up with a
from my
topic,
standpoint.
and then you luckily kept talking. I don't have anything to talk about.
Where do you,
Nothing interesting.
you
has
don't got
been
no
going on.
topics?
No,
in your
my
phone?
phone's right there.
Yeah, but you don't know what's in there.
I have. Oh, I have a good one.
You said you had something to talk about. So.
Indian swimming pools.
Okay.
We talked about this.
Oh yeah.
Where it was like dudes digging up those fucking pools.
Yeah. Watch that
Stuff.
shit at 3 a.m. or
I
something.
ended up I was drunk one night and I was like, Indian swimming pools. It was just like a fucking bathtub.
Yeah.
They never get in them, dude. I've heard theories that whenever you land in India, it stinks like hell.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard there was a
I
post,
saw a fun video of India.
a fun one. What's
Yeah, oh yeah.
what
It was like
it?
there was like, I don't know if it was like a bobcat or something, like crawled out of a fucking roof.
Okay.
And dude, so India is like really populated.
Yeah.
So there was like 100 people, like dudes with sticks. There was like 2 of them on the roof, and
was
like
it,
100
was it a
people
bobcat or was
watching.
it a cheetah or something? 'Cause
No, it didn't have spots. It looked like it
Oh.
was just brown. It was big though. It wasn't
Yeah.
It wasn't like a 40-pound bobcat. It was like 100-pound.
it was a
fucking
problem.
Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they all had like little sticks and like bamboo twigs, and they were like
Yeah.
swatting at it.
Yeah.
And they ran away from it, and like all the roofs are connected. So one of them like hopped over that thing, fucking went and clawed this dude's ass,
Oh.
and then ran off.
That's scary.
Yeah. Dude, if you end up with India in your algorithm, it's the wildest place on earth.
Yeah.
I saw one.
And we want a vacation.
There was a
These-
Netflix Bad Sport Netflix documentary that was talking about the dude that was fucking shocking horses.
Yeah.
There was one where it was like a fucking cricket team from South Africa.
Huh.
They went and they
Oh.
beat the Indians in cricket. And they showed the stadium, and I swear to God, it looks like it was like a huge stadium. Now,
Yeah.
India, I'm telling you, there's like 5 times as many people in India as there are in America. So it's like
Really?
there's people everywhere. So this stadium was huge.
Yeah.
It housed thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
Yeah.
And it looks like somebody took like tree branches and tied them together to make this fucking
Bamboo
place.
columns
Dude,
and
it was
shit,
wild. It's crazy that this place exists.
Yeah.
It looks like it's out of a fucking fairy
It's like you
tale.
jump too hard, the stadium's collapsing.
Oh
If
yeah.
they get too excited.
Too much noise would,
Start
destroy this
Yeah,
place.
shit starts cracking.
Yeah. And then I get a bunch of fucking videos of Indian street food. It's just like,
Oof,
dude,
flies all over it.
no, not even. They just like have their bare feet. They'll like be sitting Indian style,
Yeah.
and they'll like if they're fixing like they don't eat meat, so it's all like garbanzo beans and like a
Yeah.
soup with a bunch of spices, but they serve it inside of a leaf, and he
Yeah.
has like the leaves are like cupped, and he has them like sitting on his big toe. And he like grabs it off his foot and
Ugh.
scoops some garbanzo and hands it over, and the dude gives him one. It's
Yeah.
like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
I said flies because I seen a video of like an infestation of flies,
Yeah.
and they were like, I forgot what country it is, but it
Probably India.
it's probably, and they were like, all these beautiful sweet treats from India or whatever, and it was like on one tray of cake that looks actually good. There's like at least 200 flies, and they're
Yeah.
like scooping it, and the flies are scattering, and they're like putting it in a bag, probably trapping a couple in there,
Yeah.
and serving it to people, and it's like, like days before that, I watched a video about like one fly landing in this lady's food, and like
I've
she showed all
always-
the eggs in it that it laid, just one fly,
Yeah.
and it was like, do not eat this shit. I don't know what happens, but it's rare that they like produce in your gut,
Yeah.
but it
Oh,
happens.
Here we go.
Yeah, dude, throw it in there. But dude, there's hundreds of flies, and I'm like, ugh, like, and then there's people there's people like posting about how like cheap it is to eat in these countries. Like, yeah, there's flies all over it. Like,
Yeah, it's like
they
I've seen videos of dudes like
dude gave you a
being like, I'm gonna
garbanzo,
try out
man.
the local cuisine, like
Yeah.
going to the hospital and dying, like I did in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, You want some? What you called that shit?
Mama Juana.
The Mama Juana, dude.
They advertised the hell out of it, and I took some, and it fucking killed me.
Why does it say that though? Like, it makes you want your mama, 'cause
No, I
you-
think it's like, I think it was like marijuana, like
Oh.
spelled like. I think it's like they speak Spanish over there.
Yeah,
I think marijuana is like a Spanish term,
yeah,
so I think that's just like a similar one.
that's wild.
No, that shit fucked me up.
It's crazy, like how much people want to travel to other countries, and then sometimes you travel there and you just end up feeling bad.
Yeah. It's like, dude, we're in America. We're the
Yeah,
empire.
the
Just
only
stay here.
the best people is like the ones that are getting the most money, which is the tourist people.
Yeah.
And then like they take you through the town to get to this like pretty beach or something, and you just see nothing but
Yeah, it's a fucking
sadness.
hellscape on
People
the way
begging
there.
you for money and food and shit. Like, it's just I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to drink Twisted Teas and enjoy my vacation, bro. Like,
Hell yeah.
I don't got no money, you know.
Yeah.
Going on the cruise ships. That's what going on. Like when you get off to the certain places, like it's they
You're
got
not in Kansas anymore.
yeah, dude.
Mid-
I couldn't live that lifestyle. I mean, you'd have to. You have no other choice.
Well, yeah, you're
But
born
I'm like,
there.
what do they do?
Nothing.
And just-
They don't do anything.
yeah, like what are the people that aren't in the tourist business doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
I've seen people like building, re, remodeling or something, some broken down shopping centers and stuff, and it's like, I don't know who's paying for it. Tourists. That's it. So if tourists ain't coming,
Yeah,
what are all the other people doing?
no talent.
I don't know.
Man, I think I'm about spent.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just gonna make this one long episode.
Okay, that's cool.
Just call it, cause we're at it. We're at an hour and a half.
That's cool. We
We
can do
did
that.
plenty.
I got a few more topics, but if you're a little burnt,
Yeah.
it is good.
We need
enough.
to hit like a Saturday
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, I was having a good time. My bad.
Oh, I don't care. It's
Yeah.
not holding it against you.
Yeah.
I'm glad we still got together and did this, because
Yeah.
like I said, I want to just keep. We got to keep churning this shit
Well,
out.
so far we're doing great though. Even if like I'm not here, we always usually got 2 episodes ready from me and you hanging out once.
Yeah.
And then you're doing. It's cool that you're like going do it with Nick and your granny and your dad and shit like that. So
Yeah.
we always got something to put out. I can't
Yeah.
wait So wait, when's the next episode coming out?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's gonna be the one that we recorded last week.
Yeah, that's
So I already have 2
that'll
coming
be the
out this
audio
week.
one.
Yeah, that'll be audio, and then a video. The first video pod of us come out Thursday, and then
Episode 7, first video pod.
yeah.
God
No,
damn.
it's gonna be. Fuck no, yeah, it'll be 6,
Yeah.
but
All right.
it'll be a good time. No, we need to hook back up on like a Saturday
Yeah.
where we can really get after it.
Yeah. It falls that way sometimes because it's like it's my off day. So then
Yeah.
if I go chill with my boy and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then we're always like, oh, we're not gonna stay up late, and it's like 2 a.m. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
I went fishing the other morning, or yeah,
Yesterday.
yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I got 2 hours of sleep. I woke up to my dad knocking on my window. I had alarm set to get up at 6 or 5:30 really. Didn't hear any of those. And then my dad called me 5 times and I heard his ringtone in my dreams.
Dude,
Like I was
you're such a
dream
terrible son.
No, dude. I was just a little late, I was like we were like 20 minutes behind schedule, but we didn't catch shit anyway, so it's not like we were missing out, But we had good, some bonding time, going right on the boat.
Hell yeah.
His boats.
Where y'all went?
Butte La Rose or
Oh,
whatever.
Butte La Rose.
Butte La Rose,
Nice.
off of the bridge,
Yeah.
off of the I-10. Dude, his fucking boat started. First off, like immediately, his trolling motor's not working. So now that's every fisherman's worst dream, Like,
Yeah.
you can't go in all the nooks and crannies, and then now we're paddling with an oar and shit, and it just wasn't good. We're fighting the wind. Luckily, it wasn't too windy, so it worked out pretty good for the most part.
Yeah.
But all like the little channels that we wanted to go down, that would have been like, oh, this is probably wouldn't have caught shit anyway. But like if we go down there, we're gonna catch something for sure. We could only go left and right. He ended up zip tying the trolley motor to and it was. And then we're on the way back. Thank God we left at the time we did. Because he was like, he almost thought about taking a ride a little longer. Like we were riding kind of back, but he almost like took off. And all of a sudden, like, me, his fucking boat started doing that. And he couldn't hear it because he's rolling. And I was like, hey, like, I hear it, stop. And he stopped and he's like, oh shit. He don't know what it was for sure, but his first thought was his engine's not getting oil to it. So like imagine we're like miles away and his engine locks up, and we don't even have a trolley motor to get back.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like that'd have been chilled. It took a while, but it'd have been chill. You just push your foot down for a little while. No, dude, we would have been taking a boat, like a canoe, to just one paddle too. Couldn't even help him, you know.
You had to get out and like kick.
Caught, and it was like it'd have been cool if we like caught a bunch of fish, and then his boat kind of broke down.
Yeah.
No, dude, we didn't catch shit. We didn't bring any drinks with us. We were just raw dogging it.
Oh damn.
Yeah, because I wasn't feeling it in the morning.
How late y'all were out there?
We stayed till about 11 or 12. We got there.
Probably around 7.
We were out on the water probably around 7:38.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't get burnt, so that was good. But yeah, dude, just got back and it was like nick of time. On the way back, like the last stretch, he's like, "Fuck it, we gotta run it," you know, and me all the way back, you know. It was like, oh man, this is not good. Yeah, we made it though. It was fun. But
all right.
Yeah. Yep.
Thanks for tuning in. I don't know if this is gonna be 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah, you can decide that later.
Yeah, I'll handle it.
It's okay if it's a little longer one.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind one day doing some 2 or 3 hour ones.
Yeah.
But I would have to, like I said, during the day.
Not late at night.
11 o'clock
it's
at
past
night.
your bedtime, dude.
Way past.
I'll be up a little later. Fucking off.
Well, bye-bye.
Love y'all.